Hello everyone, Saidu here. Welcome to another CCNA Cyber Ops Lab. In this lab, I'll be showing you how to encrypt and decrypt data using a hacker tool. But what I really want to show you is to how to recover encrypted zip file password. So part of the objective of this lab is number one, to create and encrypt files, and the second is to recover encrypted zip file password. So let's get started. But before then, there are numerous tools available to recover lost password. Examples of password recovery utilities and programs include Hashcat, John the Ripper, Loptcrack, and others. But in this video, I'll be using the fcrackzip, which is a simple Linux utility to recover the password of an encrypted zip file. So right now I am on my prompt here. The first thing I'll do is to create a directory, and I'll name this directory a zip file or zip dash files. So I'll use the mkdir zip files. Now, after creating the zip directory, I will now change into the zip directory or zip files directory using the cd command, cd zip files. So while I am in this directory, I will create a text file using the echo. This is a sample text file, then sample-1.txt. So I'll do the same thing by just changing the number from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3. Alright, after creating that file, let me use the ls-l to view the files here. We can see that we have sample 123.txt. So now the next thing is to zip and encrypt the text file. So I'll use this single command to encrypt all the three files. So I'll now enter zip dash e file1 dot zip space sample, then asterisk. Now this would prompt for a password. So what I will do is I will enter a single letter password. So I will use B, just single B, and then hit enter. Now it will ask me to verify the password. I'll enter the same thing. Now I will repeat the procedure to create four additional zip files by just changing the file name .zip. The first one I did was file-1.zip. The next one I'll do is file-2.zip, then file-3.zip, like that. Then each file.zip will carry its own password type or password character. Like the first one, I will use, or the file-2.zip, I will use the password character of R2. Then the file-3.zip, I will use the character 0B1. The file 4.zip, I will use Y0DA. The file 5.zip, I will use C-3P0 as a password. Now to verify that all the zip files have been created, I'll use the ls-l, then space f asterisk to show me all the files that have been zipped. Now, as you can see here from my screen, I have like 5 files. File 1, file 2, file 3, file 4, file 5 .zip. They have been all zipped. So the next thing that I will try to do is to open a file, or I will try to unzip a particular file and see what happened. Now I'll use the command unzip file1.zip, which is obviously a file in this directory. But here's the problem. It will request for a password. Now I need to enter the password in order to unzip that particular file. But the problem is, or take for instance a scenario whereby I forgot the password to use. So that's a problem, or that is the challenge here. This is true for all the other files. So entering the incorrect password will not unzip the file. You have to enter the correct password. Now I'm trying to unzip all, I will get this message, incorrect password. That is what I'm trying to tackle here. So this incorrect password leads us to the recovering of an encrypted zip file password. To do that, I'll use the fcrackzip utility. So the fcrackzip zip file given for encrypted files and tries to guess the password using brute force method. Now, something to note is creating a password with longer character is more secure than having a password with lower character. So the length of a password actually matters. Hence, the length influences the time it takes to discover a password. Now, from the terminal window, I'll enter the fcrackzip -h command to see the associated command options of this particular utility. So right now, this is what I'm having. These are all the options that you can use the fcrackzip to execute. In this example, I'll be using the -v, -u, and the -l option. So the -l option will be listed last because it specifies the possible password length. No, but you have other options that you can go through. Now I'll experiment using this command. Using this command, say fcrackzip -v dash fcrackzip -v u and l. Then I will specify the possible password length, which in this case is 1 to 4. I'm giving it a hint that the password length is between 1 to 4 character. So now I'll follow up with the file name with the actual zip file, which is file1.zip. So I'll hit enter from my keyboard and this will try to find the password for me. Now, as you can see here, it doesn't take the system longer time in order to discover this password. The reason being that it is a single character. So the more the character, the more time it takes in order to discover the password. Now, I'll attempt to recover the password of file2.zip particular zip file. So as you can see, we have R2. So this is the password that I use in zipping this file. So this doesn't also take much time in discovering the password because we have less character in the password. Now I'll repeat the same procedure as with the file 3.zip. So this will probably take a much longer time because this one is having 3 characters. So the more the character, the more time it takes in discovering the password. Now I'll use the same procedure with file 4.zip. So this is having, let's say, 4 character. Is having 4 character in the password. And then this one will take a few seconds than the previous ones. The same reason. Because the character here are increasing. The other ones were 1 and 2, while this one is having 4 characters. Now finally, I will do the same thing with the file 5.zip. So the file 5.zip is having more character than any of those files. So this would take much more time in trying to discover the password than it did with the previous file. So let me try with the password length I've been using 1 to 4. Then this will probably finish up without recovering the password. So I need to change the password length to 1 to 5. So I need to change the password length to 1 to 5 if I want it to discover the password. I need to give it a kind of hint of the password length. So I'll use 1 to 5, then the file name, which is file5.zip, and wait for it. It will take a few seconds before it can recover the password or it can discover the password. So as you can see, it appears that longer passwords take more time to discover and therefore they are more secure. Alright guys, that is how to encrypt and decrypt data using the hacker tool. First, we saw how to create and encrypt files. Secondly, how to recover encrypted zip file password. So I hope you learned something from this tutorial and I hope I will see you in the next one. Thanks.